Let's talk about something that has been surrounded by confusion, misinformation, and even embarrassment for far too long: vaginal health. It's a topic that affects not just women, but also the way men understand and support women's overall well being. The truth is, when it comes to health, both men and women are facing serious challenges, but often from different directions. For men, declining energy, reduced muscle mass, poor sleep, and hormonal imbalances are becoming more common with age. These same lifestyle and hormonal factors also affect women, influencing everything from mood and metabolism to reproductive health and long-term vitality. The problem is that we've built a culture that treats symptoms instead of addressing the root causes. Whether it's fatigue, low libido, or metabolic dysfunction, these are not random events. They're signals that your body's systems are out of balance. Hormones don't operate in isolation. What affects one part of your body affects the whole. For example, when men experience chronic stress, high cortisol suppresses testosterone. In women, it can disrupt estrogen and progesterone balance, leading to inflammation, poor recovery, and metabolic slowdown. These are not gendered problems. They are human problems rooted in lifestyle. The good news is that the body has an incredible ability to restore balance when given the right environment. It starts with nutrition. A diet rich in high-quality protein, healthy fats, and micronutrients supports hormonal regulation and muscle maintenance, both of which are essential for metabolic health. Building and maintaining muscle is not just about looking fit. It's about keeping your body metabolically active and resilient. Men over 40 and women entering midlife both benefit tremendously from resistance training and consistent physical movement. It's one of the most powerful ways to support your hormones naturally. Another critical piece is sleep. Most people underestimate how much hormonal repair happens while you sleep. Growth hormone, testosterone, and other regulatory hormones peak during deep sleep cycles. Missing out on those hours means missing out on recovery. If you're feeling tired, moody, or unmotivated, improving sleep quality can make a dramatic difference. It's one of the simplest, most effective forms of self-care that pays long-term dividends for energy, mood, and hormone balance. Stress management is equally important. Chronic stress doesn't just make you feel tense, it changes your body chemistry. Elevated cortisol over time can weaken the immune system, disrupt digestion, and reduce the body's ability to build or maintain lean muscle. Incorporating short daily breaks, breathing exercises, or even a quiet walk outdoors can help regulate cortisol levels and give your body the space it needs to recalibrate. When we talk about vaginal health or any aspect of health, it's essential to take a full body approach. Nothing in the body works in isolation. Hormones, metabolism, muscle, sleep, and nutrition all interact. For men and women alike, the goal should be the same: to create an internal environment that supports strength, clarity, and balance. When you nourish your body properly, move consistently, manage stress effectively, and prioritize recovery, you set the foundation for optimal health in every system of your body. Ending the confusion around vaginal health isn't about fear or shame. It's about understanding the science and empowering people with knowledge. Health is not just about treating issues when they arise. It's about preventing them through consistent, intelligent daily habits. So whether you're a man looking to better understand women's health, or someone who simply wants to feel stronger and more in control of your own body, the solution starts with awareness and action. True confidence comes from knowing how your body works and supporting it with purpose every single day. Understanding the link between hormonal balance and overall health is one of the most important steps in achieving lasting vitality and confidence, especially as we age. Hormones are not just about reproduction. They influence every aspect of our physical and emotional well-being. They regulate metabolism, energy production, muscle growth, mood, digestion, and even how we respond to stress. When your hormones are in balance, you feel strong, alert, and emotionally stable. But when they fall out of balance, everything from your sleep quality to your motivation can begin to suffer. The key to long-term health isn't found in quick fixes or short-term diets. It lies in supporting your body's ability to keep these hormones working in harmony through consistent, intelligent lifestyle choices. Our modern lifestyle often pushes the body into imbalance. Poor sleep, high stress, processed foods, and lack of physical activity all contribute to hormonal disruption. For men, this often shows up as low testosterone, decreased energy, and increased body fat. For women, it can manifest as irregular cycles, mood fluctuations, or metabolic changes during menopause. These are not isolated issues. They are signs that the body's internal systems are struggling to communicate properly. Hormones act as messengers, telling your organs how to function. When those messages get scrambled, the body begins to slow down, energy drops, and resilience fades. The solution is not to silence the symptoms, but to restore balance at the root. Nutrition plays a foundational role in hormonal health. What you eat directly affects how your hormones are produced, how they function, and how they are cleared from your body. Protein is a critical building block for nearly every hormone, so maintaining adequate protein intake is essential for both men and women. High-quality protein from sources like eggs, fish, lean meats, and legumes supports the production of hormones that regulate energy, metabolism, and muscle growth. Healthy fats are equally important. Hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone are derived from cholesterol, meaning your body needs good fats from foods like avocados, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish to keep these systems running smoothly. Carbohydrates, when consumed from whole fiber, rich sources like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, provide the necessary fuel to maintain balanced blood sugar levels, a key factor in stable hormone regulation. One of the biggest disruptors of hormonal health is chronic stress. When the body perceives stress, it releases cortisol, the primary stress hormone. In short bursts, cortisol is helpful. It gives you energy and focus when you need it. But when stress becomes chronic, cortisol levels remain elevated, leading to fatigue, muscle breakdown, and weight gain, especially around the midsection. Elevated cortisol can also suppress other important hormones like testosterone and estrogen, disrupting everything from mood to immune function. Managing stress through mindfulness, breath work, or even regular physical activity helps the body regulate cortisol naturally. The body's stress response system is meant to help you adapt, not to keep you in survival mode. Creating moments of calm allows your hormones to reset, restoring your body's natural rhythm. Sleep is another pillar of hormonal balance. During deep sleep, the body releases growth hormone, which is responsible for tissue repair, muscle development, and overall recovery. It also helps regulate insulin and cortisol, creating a balance between energy storage and energy use. Poor sleep, on the other hand, disrupts nearly every hormonal pathway. It increases hunger hormones like ghrelin, decreases satiety hormones like leptin, and raises cortisol levels, leaving you tired, hungry, and less motivated to make healthy choices. Quality sleep isn't just a luxury. It's a necessity for your hormonal and metabolic systems to function properly. Aiming for consistent sleep patterns, minimizing blue light exposure before bed, and creating a restful environment are practical steps toward restoring balance. Exercise is another powerful tool for optimizing hormones. Resistance training, in particular, has been shown to boost testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin sensitivity. These hormones are crucial for maintaining muscle mass, regulating body fat, and supporting overall metabolic function. Regular strength training also helps regulate cortisol and promotes the release of endorphins, which improve mood and reduce stress. Cardio, when done in moderation, supports cardiovascular health and helps maintain energy balance. The key is consistency. Your body thrives on regular movement. Overtraining, however, can lead to hormonal burnout, so it's equally important to include rest and recovery days to allow the body to adapt and grow stronger. Hydration and micronutrients are often overlooked but play critical roles in hormone production and regulation. The body relies on minerals like magnesium, zinc, and selenium to support enzymatic functions involved in hormone synthesis. Vitamins D and B12 are essential for mood regulation, immune function, and energy production. Dehydration can raise cortisol levels and affect cellular communication, leading to fatigue and impaired cognitive performance. Ensuring you drink enough water and maintain a nutrient-dense diet helps support all hormonal pathways and keeps your body in sync. It's also important to understand how toxins and environmental factors affect hormonal balance. Chemicals found in plastics, personal care products, and processed foods can act as endocrine disruptors, mimicking or interfering with natural hormone signals. These substances, known as xenoestrogens, can accumulate in the body and lead to imbalances over time. Reducing exposure by choosing natural cleaning products, avoiding excessive plastic use, and eating organic when possible can significantly reduce the toxic load on your endocrine system. Supporting your liver health through proper hydration, fiber intake, and nutrient-rich foods like cruciferous vegetables also helps the body detoxify naturally and maintain hormonal harmony. Hormonal balance is not just a physical process, it also influences emotional and mental well-being. When your hormones are aligned, you experience greater emotional stability, focus, and confidence. Serotonin, dopamine, and other neurotransmitters are closely linked to hormonal systems like the thyroid and adrenal glands. When these systems are healthy, mood and motivation improve naturally. That's why lifestyle interventions that support hormonal balance often have far-reaching effects on mental clarity, productivity, and overall happiness. For both men and women, aging brings natural hormonal changes. Testosterone gradually declines in men, while estrogen and progesterone fluctuate during perimenopause and menopause in women. These transitions are normal, but they don't have to lead to a decline in quality of life. Through consistent strength training, proper nutrition, and mindfulness, it's possible to support your body's natural hormone production and maintain vitality well into later years. The goal is not to fight aging, but to age with strength and awareness, understanding how to work with your body rather than against it. Ultimately, hormonal balance is the foundation of good health. It dictates how you feel, how you think, and how your body performs each day. Achieving that balance requires patience and consistency. It's not about perfection, but about daily alignment. Every choice you make, from the food you eat to the way you manage stress, either supports or disrupts your hormones. The more intentional those choices become, the more resilient your body grows. When your hormones are balanced, energy flows naturally, mood stabilizes, and confidence returns. You don't just survive the day, you thrive through it. The science of hormonal health is not mysterious or unattainable. It's simply about giving your body the right conditions to do what it's designed to do. Maintain balance, strength, and vitality for the long run. Building strength and resilience through consistent lifestyle habits is one of the most effective ways to protect your health and vitality for life. Strength is not only physical, it's mental, emotional, and metabolic. It's about creating a body and mind that can adapt, recover, and thrive under pressure. Resilience means your system doesn't break down every time life gets challenging. Instead, it adapts and becomes stronger. This doesn't happen overnight. It's the product of daily habits that support your body's natural ability to grow, repair, and stabilize. Whether you're in your 30s, 50s, or beyond, consistency, not intensity, is the key to real transformation. When you commit to simple, sustainable actions, your body learns to respond with greater energy, stability, and endurance. The first pillar of resilience is physical strength. Our muscles are more than just for movement. They're a critical organ of longevity. Muscle tissue helps regulate blood sugar, protect joints, maintain posture, and even influence hormone production. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia, which can lead to weakness, fatigue, and metabolic slowdown. The good news is that this process is not inevitable. Strength training can reverse or significantly slow down muscle loss. Lifting weights, using resistance bands, or performing bodyweight exercises a few times a week sends a powerful message to your body. One need to stay strong. Each time you challenge your muscles, you stimulate growth and repair. Over time, this not only builds strength, but also enhances your body's ability to burn fat, regulate blood sugar, and maintain healthy bones. Physical strength training also builds mental toughness. When you push through a workout, lift a little heavier, or finish that last rep, you reinforce discipline and resilience. Your mind learns that it can do hard things even when it's uncomfortable. That same mental strength carries over into daily life. Handling stress, setbacks, or emotional challenges becomes easier when your body is used to adapting under pressure. Strength is built through resistance, not avoidance. The very process that makes your muscles stronger, breaking them down slightly so they can rebuild, mirrors the process of personal growth. Every small challenge you overcome conditions you to handle bigger ones with confidence. Nutrition plays a huge role in this process. Building resilience means giving your body the nutrients it needs to perform, recover, and rebuild. Protein is the foundation. It's what your muscles use to repair after exercise. Without enough protein, the body can't recover properly, leading to fatigue and weakness. Aiming for consistent, high-quality protein intake throughout the day helps maintain lean muscle and steady energy. Carbohydrates are also important, especially when they come from whole, nutrient-dense sources like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. They provide the fuel needed for both physical activity and mental focus. Healthy fats, like those from nuts, avocados, and olive oil, support hormone balance and reduce inflammation, which is crucial for recovery. Hydration is equally important because even mild dehydration can impair physical and cognitive performance. When you nourish your body consistently, it becomes more efficient at handling both physical and emotional stress. Resilience is not just about physical strength. It's also about how well your body recovers. Recovery is where progress happens. Many people make the mistake of thinking more is always better, but true growth requires rest. Sleep is the ultimate recovery tool. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, repairs muscle tissue, and consolidates memories. This is when your body rebuilds itself. Without adequate rest, your performance declines, your mood worsens, and your immune system weakens. Developing a consistent sleep routine, going to bed and waking up at the same time, limiting blue light before bed, and keeping your room cool and dark can dramatically improve your ability to recover and handle stress. Stress management is another essential component of resilience. We live in a world that constantly demands our attention, and chronic stress can wear down even the strongest body. When stress levels remain high, cortisol levels stay elevated, which can lead to muscle breakdown, fat storage, poor sleep, and a weakened immune system. Building resilience means learning how to manage stress effectively. This doesn't mean eliminating stress altogether. That's impossible, but rather training your body to handle it better. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, stretching, and even regular walks outdoors help calm the nervous system and lower cortisol levels. When you incorporate these habits into your daily life, you give your body the space to reset and regain balance. Emotional resilience also depends on consistency in self-care and mindset. It's about how you respond to life's challenges. When you take care of your body, your brain functions better, your mood stabilizes, and your confidence grows. Small daily wins, like finishing a workout, eating a nutritious meal, or setting aside time for reflection, build emotional strength. Over time, you develop a sense of control and empowerment over your health. This mindset shift is powerful. Instead of seeing health as a struggle, you start to see it as a process of self-respect. You begin to understand that resilience is not something you're born with. It's something you build one choice at a time. Movement throughout the day, not just during workouts, is also key to resilience. Many people spend most of their time sitting, which weakens muscles, stiffens joints, and slows metabolism. Incorporating movement into your daily routine, standing up regularly, walking after meals, stretching during breaks, helps maintain circulation, energy, and flexibility. It also keeps your body in a more balanced state. reducing inflammation and promoting better mental clarity. Even small changes, like taking the stairs or doing light mobility work in the morning, accumulate over time and have a big impact on your overall resilience. Resilience is also influenced by your environment and relationships. Supportive communities, whether through friends, family, or fitness groups, help keep you accountable and motivated. Humans are social beings. We thrive when we feel connected and supported. Positive relationships reduce stress and improve emotional well-being, both of which contribute to stronger overall health. On the other hand, toxic environments, whether physical or social, can drain your energy and undermine your efforts. Being mindful of who and what you surround yourself with can make a significant difference in how well you sustain healthy habits. Resilience also requires flexibility, not just physically, but mentally. Life will always present challenges, changes, and unexpected turns. A resilient person learns to adapt without losing focus. This might mean adjusting your workout schedule when you're busy, modifying your meals while traveling, or simply forgiving yourself when you have an off day. The ability to adapt and keep going is what separates those who burn out from those who thrive. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up again and again, even when things don't go as planned. Finally, building strength and resilience through lifestyle habits comes down to awareness. You can't improve what you don't understand. Paying attention to how your body feels, tracking your progress, and reflecting on what works for you creates a feedback loop of growth. The more you understand your body's signals, when it needs rest, when it needs fuel, when it's under stress, the better you can respond. Over time, this self-awareness becomes one of your greatest strengths. It allows you to make decisions from a place of knowledge rather than guesswork. And that's what sustainable health truly looks like. In the end, resilience isn't just the ability to endure. It's the ability to adapt, recover, and grow stronger through life's challenges. It's built through small, consistent actions repeated over time, not through extremes or quick fixes. Every meal you eat, every workout you complete, every night you prioritize rest, and every moment you choose calm over chaos contributes to your foundation of strength. It's this foundation that allows you to live with energy, focus, and confidence no matter what stage of life you're in. Buildings prioritizing recovery, sleep, and stress management for long-term vitality is one of the most overlooked but most powerful aspects of maintaining health, strength, and confidence. In a world that glorifies constant hustle and productivity, rest has almost become a forgotten skill. Yet, it is during recovery that the body truly grows stronger, the mind becomes sharper, and hormones find their natural rhythm again. You can eat the right foods, train consistently, and stay disciplined with your goals. But if you neglect recovery, your body never fully recharges. Recovery is not a sign of weakness or laziness. It's the foundation of progress. Without proper rest, your muscles can't rebuild, your hormones can't regulate, and your energy will always feel one step behind. Sleep is at the center of this process. It's not just about closing your eyes for a few hours. It's about allowing your body to enter deep, restorative cycles where healing takes place. During deep sleep, growth hormone peaks, which helps repair muscle tissue, support immune function, and maintain metabolism. Sleep is also when the brain detoxifies itself, consolidates memories, and resets emotional balance. When you consistently get less than 7 hours of quality sleep, your body begins to pay the price. Hormonal disruptions occur, leading to increased cortisol and decreased testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone levels. This imbalance can result in fatigue, irritability, increased appetite, and reduced motivation. Over time, poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It changes how your body operates on a cellular level. It slows recovery, weakens your immune system, and accelerates aging. Creating a consistent sleep routine is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to enhance vitality. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock that controls hormone release, digestion, and energy cycles. Reducing exposure to blue light from phones and screens at night allows your body to produce melatonin naturally, helping you fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply. Keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet also supports better rest. Even small rituals like reading a book, practicing gratitude, or gentle stretching before bed can signal your body that it's time to unwind. Sleep should be treated as an essential part of your health strategy, not an afterthought. It's the secret weapon behind high performance, clear thinking, and emotional stability. Stress management is another critical pillar of recovery. Modern life constantly bombards us with demands, deadlines, and distractions, and while our bodies are designed to handle short-term stress, they struggle under chronic tension. The hormone cortisol is useful in small amounts. It gives you energy and focus in times of need. But when it stays elevated for too long, it becomes destructive. High cortisol levels break down muscle, increase fat storage, suppress immunity, and interfere with sleep. This creates a vicious cycle. The more stressed you are, the worse you sleep. And the worse you sleep, the more stressed you become. Breaking this cycle requires intentional practices that calm the nervous system and teach the body to shift from a state of fight or flight to rest and digest. Simple. Consistent habits can make a huge difference. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, yoga, or even taking a few minutes each day to step outside and breathe fresh air can lower cortisol and bring your body back into balance. Physical activity also helps regulate stress hormones, especially when it's done mindfully. Resistance training, walking, or light cardio can all reduce tension and release endorphins, the body's natural mood stabilizers. The goal isn't to eliminate stress completely. That's impossible, but to manage your response to it. When you learn to pause, breathe, and refocus, you give your body permission to recover and rebuild. Nutrition also plays an important role in supporting recovery and managing stress. When you're under chronic stress or sleep deprived, your body craves quick energy in the form of sugar and processed carbs. This leads to spikes and crashes in blood sugar, which further stress your system. Eating balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates stabilizes blood sugar and provides the nutrients your body needs to recover. Magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, nuts, and seeds help calm the nervous system and promote better sleep. Staying hydrated supports every cell in your body and helps flush out stress-related toxins. Avoiding excessive caffeine and alcohol, especially close to bedtime, allows your hormones to function more efficiently and keeps your energy stable throughout the day. Recovery is also about giving your body the chance to rest from physical exertion. Strength training and exercise are essential for health, but without proper recovery, they can become counterproductive. When you work out, you create micro-tears in your muscle fibers. These fibers rebuild stronger during rest, not during the workout itself. If you constantly push without recovery days, your body begins to break down faster than it can rebuild. Overtraining leads to fatigue, hormonal imbalances, and even injury. Scheduling rest days, incorporating mobility work, and doing light activities like walking or stretching between intense workouts allows your body to heal and come back stronger. Recovery days aren't wasted time. They're an essential part of the process. Emotional recovery is another aspect people often overlook. Just as the body needs rest, so does the mind. Constant exposure to negative news, social media, and overstimulation keeps the brain in a state of alertness, making it difficult to relax. Taking intentional breaks from screens, spending time in nature, or engaging in hobbies that bring you joy can help reset your emotional balance. Journaling or expressing gratitude helps shift your focus from stress to appreciation, which reduces anxiety and improves your overall sense of well-being. Social connection also plays a role. Spending time with people who uplift and support you helps reduce stress and fosters emotional recovery. Hormonal health is deeply tied to how well you recover. Sleep and stress influence nearly every hormone in your body, from insulin and cortisol to testosterone and estrogen. When you prioritize recovery, your hormones begin to stabilize naturally. This leads to improved metabolism, better energy, and more consistent moods. On the other hand, neglecting recovery keeps your body in a constant state of imbalance, making it harder to lose fat, build muscle, or stay focused. Many people try to outwork their problems with more effort, more workouts, or more caffeine, but the real solution often lies in doing less, strategically resting so your body can do what it's built to do: heal. Mental resilience also improves when you prioritize recovery. A rested mind makes better decisions, handles challenges with clarity, and responds calmly under pressure. Sleep and stress management strengthen the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for focus, planning, and emotional regulation. When you're exhausted, this part of the brain weakens, and your reactions become impulsive or negative. By taking time to rest and reset, you give your mind the space to think clearly, process emotions, and maintain perspective. Ultimately, recovery, sleep, and stress management are not optional. They are the foundation of health and longevity. The body is not designed to operate in constant motion. It's built to alternate between effort and rest, activity and stillness. Ignoring this natural rhythm leads to burnout, while honoring it creates balance. When you rest deeply, your body restores itself on every level: physical, hormonal, emotional, and cognitive. Energy flows more freely, your workouts become more effective, your mood improves, and your confidence grows. Prioritizing recovery isn't about slowing down your progress. It's about sustaining it. It's what allows you to stay consistent without breaking down, to perform at your best without burning out. In the long run, those who recover well are the ones who stay strong, healthy, and focused for life. The more you respect your body's need for rest, the more it rewards you with vitality. True strength is not just the ability to keep going. It's the wisdom to know when to pause, breathe, and rebuild. Strength and resilience is not just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Focusing on education and awareness to replace confusion with confidence is one of the most empowering things you can do for your long-term health and well-being. In today's world, we are surrounded by an overwhelming amount of information about fitness, nutrition, hormones, and wellness. Every day brings a new trend, a new diet, or a new piece of advice that often contradicts the last thing we heard. This constant noise leaves many people feeling lost and unsure about what's true or what actually works. But real progress in health begins with knowledge. Clear, science-based education that helps you understand your body and how it functions. When you replace confusion with understanding, you reclaim control. Confidence doesn't come from guessing or following every new trend. It comes from knowing how to make informed decisions that support your health and align with your goals. Education in health isn't just about reading facts. It's about understanding the why behind your body's responses. When you understand why you need sleep, why protein matters, or why stress affects your hormones, you stop seeing healthy living as a chore and start seeing it as a form of empowerment. Every system in the body is connected. Your sleep affects your metabolism, your nutrition affects your hormones, and your mental state affects how well you recover. When you have this awareness, you stop chasing surface level fixes and start addressing the root causes. Knowledge gives you the ability to make sustainable changes instead of temporary ones. It helps you see the big picture, how all the small, daily habits add up to create lasting strength, balance, and energy. One of the main reasons confusion persists around health is because of misinformation. Social media, marketing, and quick fix culture have made it easy to spread myths that sound convincing but aren't backed by science. Many people are led to believe that good health requires expensive supplements, extreme diets, or endless hours of training, when in reality, the basics, sleep, nutrition, movement, and stress control, are what make the biggest difference. Education is the antidote to misinformation. When you take the time to learn from credible, evidence-based sources, you protect yourself from being misled. You also become more discerning, You start asking better questions and thinking critically about what you see online or hear from others. That mindset alone builds confidence because you're no longer operating from confusion or fear. Another powerful part of education is learning to listen to your body. Your body is constantly giving you feedback, signals about hunger, energy, recovery, and emotional well-being. But many people have learned to ignore or override these signals, relying instead on external rules or trends. True health education teaches you how to reconnect with your body's natural cues. When you feel tired, it's often your body asking for rest, not caffeine. When you crave certain foods, it might be signaling a nutrient deficiency, not weakness. Awareness of these signals helps you make better choices because you're working with your body rather than against it. Over time, this builds trust and confidence in your intuition. You begin to know what works for you, not just what works for someone else. Confidence in health also comes from understanding that progress is not linear. Many people lose motivation because they expect instant results or perfection. Education helps shift that perspective. When you know how your metabolism adapts, how hormones fluctuate, and how recovery plays a role in growth, you learn to be patient with the process. You stop viewing setbacks as failures and start seeing them as feedback. This mindset shift is crucial for long-term success. Awareness teaches you that consistency matters more than intensity, and that small, steady improvements lead to sustainable results. With this understanding, you're less likely to fall for quick, fixed promises because you know that true health is built over time. Community education also plays a huge role in breaking down confusion. When people have open, judgment-free conversations about health, especially around topics like hormones, aging, and reproductive wellness, they replace stigma with understanding. Too often, people avoid these discussions out of embarrassment or fear of being misunderstood. But when knowledge becomes accessible and normalized, it empowers everyone. Men and women alike can benefit from understanding how hormonal health affects energy, mood, metabolism, and even relationships. Awareness bridges gaps and builds empathy. It helps people support each other's health journeys rather than compete or compare. Education brings people together because it's rooted in shared experience and growth. A big part of spreading awareness is also unlearning outdated beliefs. For decades, many people were taught that aging automatically meant decline, that muscle loss, fatigue, and hormonal changes were inevitable and irreversible. But science now shows that this isn't the case. With proper nutrition, movement, and recovery, people can maintain strength, cognitive sharpness, and vitality well into their later years. The same goes for women's health. Menopause and hormonal transitions don't have to be viewed as the end of vitality, but rather as a new stage that can be managed with the right understanding. When people are educated about how their bodies work, they can navigate change with confidence instead of fear. Education also brings clarity to the emotional side of health. Many people struggle with guilt or shame around their bodies, especially when dealing with weight changes, aging, or hormonal shifts. When you understand the science behind what's happening, those feelings begin to fade. You realize that your body isn't broken. It's responding to the environment and inputs you give it. Instead of punishing yourself for not feeling or looking a certain way, education helps you focus on solutions. You start asking, what does my body need right now? Instead of, what's wrong with me? That shift alone can dramatically improve mental and emotional well-being. The more educated you become, the more confident you feel in advocating for your own health. You stop being a passive participant and become an active partner in your well-being. This means asking better questions during doctor visits, understanding your lab results, and making informed choices about treatment options. It also means setting realistic goals and holding yourself accountable in a way that feels empowering, not punishing. Awareness creates autonomy. It gives you the power to take charge of your health rather than waiting for someone else to fix it for you. Spreading education and awareness doesn't stop with individual growth. It creates a ripple effect. When one person becomes informed and confident, they naturally influence those around them. Families eat better together, friends start exercising, and communities grow stronger. Knowledge is contagious in the best way possible. It encourages people to take action, to care for themselves and each other. The more people understand the truth about health, the less power misinformation holds. Awareness creates change not just on a personal level, but on a collective one. Ultimately, replacing confusion with confidence through education is about empowerment. It's about shifting from reactive to proactive living. Instead of waiting for problems to appear, you start building habits that prevent them. You stop chasing trends and start creating a lifestyle that works for you. You become more patient, more consistent, and more compassionate toward yourself. Education gives you the tools to navigate your health with clarity and purpose. Awareness helps you understand that real wellness is not about perfection. It's about balance, understanding, and growth. When you understand your body, you stop fearing it. When you're aware of what it needs, you stop fighting against it. That's the essence of true confidence. Knowing how to take care of yourself, knowing that your choices are rooted in truth, and knowing that you have the power to feel strong, capable, and in control. Education and awareness give you that power. They replace uncertainty with direction, confusion with clarity, and fear with confidence. And when you live from that place of understanding, every decision you make becomes an act of strength